coming up.
Stop taking dumps! No more dumps!
Okay, so the Salesforce certification system is broken. And here's why. Broken reason number 1, rampant cheating. Copying exam questions and sharing them couldn't be any easier. And it's no surprise because the tests are just a series of multiple choice text-based questions. Sure, the test taking software makes it difficult to record your screen. And sure, proctors make it difficult for other people to take the test for you. But these measures are nothing for actual computer savvy bad actors. And it doesn't matter if you're the one who's not seeking the dumps, because dumps are seeking you. Dump material is being pushed, requested, and posted in some of our favorite community resources. Oh look, another flashcard with universal containers in it. It's an issue that devalues our certs and our hard work. So how do we stop it? Well, we could always report people to community moderators or submit a case with Salesforce, but all that just feels like we're sweeping water back into the ocean. Ultimately, if Salesforce continues to use a standardized testing model, then I don't think there's any meaningful way for this to get better. So join me as I take the issue to the streets and protest until someone at Salesforce makes a change. Broken reason number 2, saturation. It's no longer uncommon to find entry-level candidates with no Salesforce experience and yet still have 2 to 3 certifications. Also, it's not uncommon to find early professionals with a year of experience but already have certs in the double digits. But you can't blame anyone for this. It's simply the game that we all have to play. Most job listings require certs, and Salesforce rewards consulting firms that have lots of certified individuals. And ironically, despite everything I've said, the consensus among people in the Ohana is that most certifications are not a good indicator of practical knowledge or job performance. Broken reason number 3, costs versus value. Now, unless your company is sponsoring your exam, each attempt will cost anywhere between $200 and $400 depending on the certification. And retake attempts will also cost you. So multiply this cost with the number of certs you want and it starts to get real pricey. And if you're like me, all of these exams are difficult. In fact, I consider myself somewhat of a master of the 2nd and 3rd attempts. Which brings us to the business of certification training. There are tons of certification programs which cost anywhere between hundreds and thousands of dollars. And because certs keep coming out, the cycle of money never ends. If you're like me and believe that all of these certs are starting to no longer be valued at what they used to be, then it kind of feels like we're just experiencing a certification inflation. A certiflation. A failure to communicate. Now, I want to be very clear. My issue is not with certifications, the concepts and exams, or the certification training programs. I owe a tremendous amount of gratitude to the teams behind Focus on Force, Mike Wheeler, Ladies Be Architects, and CPQ Hours. And certifications are a great way for people to prove a level of dedication and initiative to themselves and others. My issue lies with the standardized testing model that Salesforce uses for certifications. I believe it's the root of the consequences that we're seeing today. So what should Salesforce do? Salesforce is such an innovative company, but for some reason, the way they've chosen to certify their community is old school and leaves itself vulnerable to modern problems. You're telling me the company that made the SaaS model popular, disrupted the training game with Trailhead, and got thousands of adults to non-ironically play with stuffed animals is still using standardized tests?
Come on, man.
I know Salesforce has the resources to not only come up with a better method, but a method that blazes a new trail in the certification industry as a whole, just as they've done for everything else. And I'm not sure what it would look like, but I know they could come up with something amazing. But real quick, how many times do you think I said dumps in this video? That's right, the answer's C. So what now? What do you think? Do you agree with me? Am I missing a big picture? And to my recruiter friends, does evaluating early professionals with double-digit certifications make things more difficult for you? Let me know in the comments what you think, and who knows, maybe together we can come up with something on the idea exchange for the mothership to consider. All right, thank you so much for watching. This new type of opinionated video style is new for me. So if you enjoyed it, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Your likes and subscribes show my wife that I'm really not a loser. Thanks again, but for now, I should get back to studying for my next cert.
Salesforce.